Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Dunamis Woman community. How are you all on this thankful, thoughtful Thursday? Yes, today is Thursday, and we're at another day to get some spiritual empowerment nuggets. I don't know what you call it, but I do know we're going to be loved. That's all I know is that we're going to be loved the way that we require. So good morning. Today is day 9, y'all. Day 9 and it's all mine. Come on now. I don't have nothing else but what I got on today. All right. And I got everything I require on today to get me to the place that I'm supposed to be. So you all tag another woman. Come on now. Y'all know what to do. It's been 9 days in a row. We've been 9 days straight. We know how we do. We get another woman to come on in, tag them, say, get up, get up, get up, because day 9 and it's all mine. I need y'all to put that up there. That sounds a little, I like that little rhyme for today. Day 9 and it's all mine. All right. Everything that I'm supposed to have on this day, God is going to give it to us, our daily bread, and I can't take no thought for nothing else. All right. That's all I know. That's all I know. So let's come on through here. As you all are putting that up there, I'm going to get into it because I got a lot. All right. I got a lot. I hope I don't give you too much this morning. It's getting deeper. And when it get deeper for me, I go deeper within my soul. I go deeper within my own heart. I go deeper within my own mind. And then I end up having so much that I end up overwhelming you. All right. So I ain't trying to overwhelm you, but I'm just going to give you what I got. So I hope it's not too much. But if at the end of the day, if you're ready, just let me know you're ready. How are you, Jamarian? How are you, Yolanda? How are you, Connie? How are you, Melissa, Cherie? All of you all just jumping on. Janine, yes, today is day 9 and it's all mine. All right. Cheryl Lynn, how are you? Patricia, Kiva, hey, daughter, how are you? All right, day 9. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Carolyn, how are you? I'm keep seeing these names and I just can't stop saying hello. Jacinta, Demita. All right, y'all are here. You all are here. All right, day 9. We have covered a lot, you all, from day 1 on all the way to this point. As I stated before, it's getting deeper because as I'm doing this, how a dunamis woman receives the love she requires, you all, it's allowing me to do a lot of reflecting, going deep within, because how sometimes you could just be, you're there and you don't even realize how you got there. But then I knew the things that I was doing because I had to go through my process. But now you are making me step back and I'm like, wow, Lord, this is real. Okay, this is I'm not coming to give you no motivation. I didn't come to give you a hype. All right, this is real. Okay, because I've had to go through the processes. And when you're in the part and in the aspect of going through processes, you don't really know all what's happening. Okay. And then you start implementing, then you start executing, and then you start seeing the manifestation. And then at the point it becomes you. You get to a place that you have found you. And I can honestly say I have truly found me and I love every part of me. I may be a little cuckoo, a little crazy, but I love me some me. All right. But now I got to sit back and I got to go back. And I got to reflect, and I'm writing this down and I'm putting it in a way that I pray that you can understand it. So I've been having fun. It's been a lot. And I'm like, Lord, you are really, really, really real about what we have to do to be a dunamis woman. All right, a dunamis woman. And that means we're carrying his power. We're tapping into that force. We're tapping into that militance. We have that ability that we're utilizing intentionally. We're not living life just vicariously no more. A dunamis woman is an intentional woman. I need somebody to put that up there because that's very, very paramount for this teaching. A dunamis woman is an intentional woman. You're just not living by the seat of your pants no more. You're just not living vicariously no more. You're just not doing things by the whim anymore. You did that to get here, and now you're here to become the dunamis woman that you are, and it's an intentional lifestyle. All right. So put up there, a dunamis woman is an intentional woman. Intentional. That means everything that I do has purpose. It has meaning. And I'm no longer just doing it vicariously. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I know the outcome that it's going to take. Okay. I know the outcome it's going to produce. Now, day 9. Here we go. This is one of the things that we have to do in addition to all the other stuff to receive the love that we require. Are y'all ready? I'm going to say it. Stop compromising who you are. Okay? I'm going to say that again. It is imperative in order to receive the love that you require with specificity, the way God made you. Shanita, Lakeisha, Terliski, Nakiba, Linda, Michelle, and you call your own name. You have to stop compromising who you really are. I didn't say who you became. I mean who you really are. That goes back to knowing who you are, discovering, putting all this other stuff in place that we learn, living it intentionally, who you really are. It goes back to who the hell am I? Okay, so I'm not talking about who you have become and you got all this stuff that you done formulated for your own life. Stop compromising who you really are. Now, I want to give you the definition of compromise because the key word is compromise. And I'm going to get more and more into it so you can get a greater understanding. Okay, compromise. And if you all could write this, please do. I know I got some great scribes in here. Compromise. It literally means accept standards that are lower than is desirable. Okay? I'm going to say it again and I'm going to say it slower. When I compromise, I accept standards that are lower than what is desirable for me as a dunamis woman. Not just as a woman, not just as a mother, not just as, I'm talking about a dunamis woman, a woman who God has said, you, I have chosen, you, I have placed my power in, you, I've got you marked, you, your name is already in the Lamb's book of life. It ain't trying to get there, it's already there. You, I have chosen, you got to execute my plans, you. I'm not talking about who somebody told you were. I ain't talking about what you became because your mama did this or your mama didn't do that or your daddy did this or your daddy didn't do that. I'm talking about who God chose you to be, the reason why you were placed in your mother's womb. She had to birth you. She had to birth the you that God sees you as. Now that's something for you to discover, but you got to stop compromising her. And many of us can't even discover her because we're too busy compromising. We can't discover her first because we got so many standards that are less than what God desired for our life. So many standards. And I'm not talking about, tangible. I'm talking about principles. I'm talking like I talked about in the sexual healing, the healing for my soul challenge. Those standards, if you're in the university, I want you to go back and review that one. Standards. Okay. How those standards were created. And you can use anything to create your standards. Now, how many of you all since the, since the Healing for My Soul Challenge have really sat down and really created some standards for your life? How many of you have done that? Or did you just go to the Healing for My Soul Challenge and you just let us talk and you didn't do nothing? How many of you are really sat down and created your standards? Because those standards are about kingdom. Those standards are about power. Those standards are about dunamis. Those standards are about exceedingly and abundantly above all that I could ever ask, think, or imagine. Those standards. And I can't go lower than that. I can't go lower than the exceeding. I can't go lower than the imaginable. I can't go lower than what I've asked for. I can't go lower than what this dunamis power on the inside of me is going to require. Everybody say, I can't go lower. I can't go lower than what I require. I can't go lower than what I require. Now, let me give you all a nugget of how we end up compromising subconsciously. Okay? How many of us have compromised because we're operating out of what we know, out of our suppressed thoughts, out of our subconscious thinking? So let me give you this nugget, and I want you to take this to the bank, and if you can cash it, you'll instantaneously be a billionaire. All right? This is a nugget I want you to know. You cannot fix a broken man. You just can't do it. Not even as a dunamis woman. Now, I know you got God's power. I know you got God's strength. I know you got God's ability. I know you got his force. But let me tell you something, doggone it. You cannot fix a broken man. You just cannot. And many of us compromise because we see their brokenness. Many of us compromise because we see their pain. Many of us compromise, most of all, because we see their potential. The only thing that you have to do is have your standards. When you create those standards and you don't accept anything less, he's going to have to pursue his own self. He got to pursue God for his own self. He got to pursue his own whatever he need. I don't know if he need healing, if he need restoration, if he need money. I don't know what he need. But at the end of the day, doggone it, he need to pursue it. And I ain't the one to pursue it for him. I ain't the one. Okay, I'm a dunamis woman. I got so much to pursue myself, I can't pursue your mess either. I got so much to fix myself, I can't fix you too. And oftentimes we compromise it, trying to repair them, and we become more impaired. And that's how you compromise. Before you know it, you say you want this, but your standards have been lowered. You say you're going for this, but your standards have been lowered. You say it, you talk a good game, but you got a less value of who you are. All right, so we got to stop it. Everybody put up there, stop it. I'm not even sugarcoating that. All right, now, I got some critical thinking questions for you. All right, now the key is, now I want y'all to see, I see you saying, April, you know, I'm talking to you and that's a confirmation or whatever, but we got to really understand who we are. Okay, remember, this is not about who you became and who you thought you is and all this other stuff. It's really a seek, God. It's really a seek for the kingdom, a seek for who he made me to be. Now, I want you all to take these critical thinking questions down, and I don't want y'all to just write them in your notes to be writing them. I really want y'all to sit back and think about this, because I sit back and think about this even now. Okay, I'm not all the way healed. I'm not all the way fixed. There's more work to be done. Every time I wake up, God got to do more work in me. Every time I open up my mouth and pray, there's more work to be done. Every time I teach, there's more revelation. Okay, so this is a lifestyle, and before you know it, you can end up being in a place of compromising. Okay, so it's a daily work. Y'all put up that daily. Okay, especially when you require the love and you're not getting it. Okay, that's the detrimental part. All right, now, question number 1. What are you accepting that you don't have to accept? I'm going to say that again, and I need my scribes to come on through with it. What are you accepting that you really don't have to accept? See, that's what that compromise is. It's that something. What is that something? Okay, that's something that you're accepting that you don't really have to accept. It's not a tangible thing. It's a spiritual thing. What's that something? Somebody put up that something. That something is ambiguous. That something has to be searched out. That something has to be thought out. What is that something that's inside of you that's causing you to accept what you don't have to accept? Okay? Because what's in you is what's in him. All right? That's a whole nother lesson. All right? I'm going to keep moving. Question number 2. What are you accepting that is beneath you as a dunamis woman? What are you accepting that is literally beneath you as a dunamis woman? Now, I ain't saying y'all got to go ahead and get all this grandiose mentality. A lot of women we become grandiose when we haven't dealt with our pain. Grandiosity is only saying pain elevated. If I become grandiose, I'm not dealing with the real deal. That means I have allowed things to elevate me. I've allowed things to elevate my mind, to think that I've arrived when I really ain't arrived, to think I'm all this when I'm really not. Grandiosity is a high-minded thinking. when you really have not been conformed or transformed in your mind. Even Apostle Paul said to the church, to the Romans, okay? He said in Romans 12:3, okay? I want y'all to go read it at your time. He said, don't think too highly of yourself. Don't think too highly of yourself. This is why we can't present our bodies a living sacrifice. This is why our minds is not being renewed. Because at the end of the day, you got a grandiose mentality. All right? What are you really accepting that is beneath you as a dunamis woman? Okay? Number 3. All right. Question number 3. This is a doozy, y'all. Let me go for it. What are you accepting that is from man that has been misconstrued as God? Okay, I'm going to say that again and I'm going to explain it. What are you accepting from man that has been misconstrued as this is God? This is God. God ain't trying to put you through all that stuff. God ain't trying to make you a martyr. Yes, we do present our bodies a living sacrifice. Yes, we do have to go through suffering for Christ's sake. Yes, we do have to go through things. But some of us have compromised to the point you have become a martyr. And now you accepted some stuff from a man, or you have accepted some stuff from a man, and you want to say, ooh, this is God. God give you a choice. God has given you a mind. God has given you a heart. God has given you, make some doggone decisions for your life. God ain't finna sit up there and have you slapped in your doggone face all the time and you talking about, ooh, this is God. Come on now. Stop compromising. And ain't gonna put it on God. Get yourself together and say, I'm not compromising. God don't need you as that man's savior. You are not his savior and you are not his Lord. If anything, a great man comes in to be your savior with a small s, and he comes in to be your Lord. Because man is made like God. He's not God, but he's made like God. So he's Lord with the small L. He's King with the small K. He's Savior with the small S. And you coming in here with your doggone dunamis woman cape and your superwoman cape, and you want to be Lord with the small L. You want to rescue him as a Savior, and you want to be the king to make all the decisions. It's perversion. It's perversion. Whether you unmarried, married, don't matter. Divorce. Stop compromising. Stop compromising. Okay? Now, and misconstruing that message, this is God. Okay? Many of us can be hearing out of our pain, and you want to make it something that it's not, and you're losing yourself. And then you want a great man to come in and just give you what you require. It ain't going to happen that way. All right? Now, let me give you some kingdom strategies, because y'all know I ain't going to leave you out there. Yeah, super saver hole. Yeah, I love it. Let me give you some kingdom strategies that eliminates the spirit of compromise. The spirit of compromise. Now, I want to make note of that. Somebody put spirit of compromise, because anytime I may say a spirit of compromise or a spirit of jealousy or a spirit of envy or a spirit of murder, that means the enemy has found a place within that. There's a spiritual realm that's representing the enemy that has found a loophole to come into your natural state. And now it's a spirit that is taking advantage of your status. It's a spirit that is taking advantage of who you are. It's a spirit that is causing you to compromise. A spirit. Everybody say a spirit. And put it with a small s. Spirit. I don't even want to call it a spirit. It's a spirit. It's just spitting all up on you. Okay? Now, this is a strategy to evict that spirit, to eliminate that spirit, to annihilate that spirit. Okay? 1, as a dunamis woman, you have to learn how to be firm, but yet tender. Be firm, but yet tender. My mother used to have a saying, may she continue to rest in peace. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. Now, just because I say it that firmly, don't mean I've lost my tenderness. Now, if you want to misconstrue it as that, that's on you. But I know that I have found a tender place in my heart. I know that I have been through healing, that God has caused my heart to be pliable again, that God has caused my heart to open up. But that don't mean I'm not going to be firm about some things. I know what I'm saying. I mean what I say what I mean, and I can still rub your head, both of them, after I say it. I'm going to tenderly rub your head. I'm going to tenderly cause you to have an ejaculation. I'm going to tenderly cause you to think, but I'm still firm about what I said. I'm not compromising. I ain't going to compromise. All right. Just get it. Let's get it. And I ain't got to convince no man. I don't have to convince Matt of that. That's who I am. Okay. And ain't no sermon going to make me change that. Ain't no preacher going to make me change that, because I have discovered who I am as a dunamis woman. I can get into my militants in a heartbeat, but at the end of the day, I'm still powerful. At the end of the day, that strength ain't going to go nowhere. Number 2. Oh God, y'all ready for this one? Learn how to be faithful, but not a fool. I am faithful, but I ain't nobody's fool. And just because I'm faithful, don't think I'm a fool. Just because I'm faithful, don't think you're going to fool me. Okay? This is why I created that shirt. I don't know if y'all saw me. I had a turquoise shirt on one of the lives. I'm a fool that rather will know the truth than to believe a lie. I may know the truth, and I'm going to still be faithful to me. I'm going to be faithful to God. I'm going to be faithful, but I'm still ain't going to be nobody's fool. I'm faithful, but I'm not a fool. And don't compromise from that. Don't compromise from that. I'm not going to be foolish, and I'm not going to be a fool, but I know how to be faithful. I'm faithful to who I am. I'm faithful to who he created me to be. I'm faithful to who he is in my life. Okay? Now, y'all put up there ain't nobody's fool. All right? Number 3. This is where you're going to really get it. I hope y'all mature enough to handle it. Okay? Be forgiving without forgetting. Be forgiving without forgetting. Be forgiving without forgetting. Now, let me make it clear, because I still got some women in pain here. I still got some women who need some deeper level of healing. Okay? First of all, it ain't nothing that happens in your life that you ain't got amnesia. Okay? But I'm not talking about forgetting what he's done. All right? And I ain't talking about him at all. I'm talking about you. I am forgiving, but I ain't going to forget about me. I'm forgiving, but I'm not going to forget about me. I'm not going to put you, a man, so far at the forefront that I forget about me. Be forgiving, but still remember you. Be forgiving, but don't forget about you. I ain't talking about don't forget what he done and you keep putting it up in his face. I ain't talking about that. Be forgiving, but don't forget about you. Yeah, this happened. Yeah, I forgive you. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to remember me. I'm going to have communion in remembrance of me and the Lord. Now, some of y'all need to sit down and just take communion in remembrance of me. Jesus said, do this in remembrance of me. Go ahead and take some communion. Get you some grape juice or some wine at home and say, I'm going to do this in remembrance of me. I ain't holding no animosity. I ain't going to hold back. I'm not having no bitterness. I'm not having no hate for you. But at the end of the day, I forgive you, but I ain't going to forget about me. Oh, come on now. I hope y'all got that. If you got it, say, I got it. I got it. I got it. Now, let me tell y'all something. You can write it down. You can put it up here, but I'm going to still tell you it's a process that you got to learn how to implement it. Implementation for manifestation. Don't think that you just got to come on here and you got this because you done heard it. We got to work it out. 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 All right. Now, this is what leads me into how to receive the love. How to receive the love. How to receive the love. But before I do that, I got to give you an empowerment nugget for you. Okay? And I want you to take this into your heart and engrave it that you won't sin against God and yourself. Here we go. A dunamis woman is non-negotiable. A dunamis woman is non-negotiable. This is how I'm not compromised. Some things about me I'm not going to negotiate. Some things about me I'm not going to change for you. Some things about me I don't want it to change because that's who I am. And it's non-negotiable. You want this to change that about me? Non-negotiable. Either you love it or you don't. And I'm good with that. Find your way to love me the way I require to be loved, because I can't get nobody to love me until I first love myself. A dunamis woman is non-negotiable about who she is. I'm non-negotiable. Now you got to become that dunamis woman. Now I'm telling you, you got to become her. That's why I say it's a process. Don't be going up here talking about you still weak as water. You still whining. You still haven't went through some processes. And you talking about I'm non-negotiable. I'm telling you where you're going to be. All right. And you got to still get more revelation. You still got to know how to implement it for your life with specification. And then you're going to get the manifestation. All right. A dunamis woman is non-negotiable. Now, here we are giving you the strategies. I'm giving you the nuggets on how to receive the love. All right. How to receive the love. Once again, I use love as an acronym. All right. Day 9. I ain't stopped now. So let's go for it. Okay. L. Okay. L. It stands for learn. Learn. Well, what do you mean by that? A dunamis woman never stopped learning. Never stop learning. Never stop learning about the kingdom. Never stop learning about who you are. Never stop learning about him. Never stop learning. That is how you don't forget about you. I promise you, oh my God, I have seen so many women. They have been praying for a husband. They've been praying for a man. They go to here. They come on the prayer call. They this, that. And time they get a little man, they forget about everything. They forget about everybody. They stop learning about themselves. They stop learning. And then before you know it, years later, here they come. And they want to say, Pastor D, miss my calendar as of 2021 and 2022 and 2023. Don't stop learning. Don't stop learning. You can't never stop learning. I can't get enough of God's word. I can't get enough of his revelation. That's why y'all on here in the morning, because you just can't get enough. Never stop learning, and never stop learning about you. Stop worrying. You can't do nothing about a man. It's you. Learn about you. He gonna learn you, because when I learn about me, guess what? I'm teaching Matt how to love me. I'm teaching Matt how to relate to me. I'm teaching Matt. Nobody can love you, and you can't teach them how. Come on now, I know he a prophet, but doggone, I still got a place in that life that I got to teach what I've learned about me. All right. Number 2 for the O. Number 2 for the O. It stands for open. Open. Open your heart to change you. Open your heart to change. Stop. You never stop evolving. You never stop transforming. Okay. Some of us get a little bit of transformation. Ooh, I'm good. You get a little bit of transformation. Ooh, it's just like folks in the church. They get a little bit of revelation. Now they're a pastor. Excuse me. You just started learning some stuff. How you a pastor already? You get a little bit of something and you stop changing. Okay? Never stop going through the process of your heart remaining open. Don't close your heart up. I don't care what happens. I don't care what you go through. Don't close your heart up, because there's always more of you to change. And God ain't here to change you, because when I change by my decisions, when I change by the renewing of my mind, my circumstances change. My legacy begin to change. My money begin to change. My life has changed. Everything about me is going to change. Okay? I can't stop opening up my heart to change. All right? Number 3. Vision. Vision. The V stands for vision. It is time that you implement God's vision for your life. Okay? In Dunamis Coaching Institute, I got a class, a group of women, spiritual daughters, that is understanding your warrior. And I'm at the season right now that I'm putting a demand on them. What is God's vision for your life? Even in Proverbs, I believe it's 29, it says it's the vision that keeps you in restraint. Many of us go here with a man, we go there with a man, we allow them to take us off our emotions, we allow them to get on our nerves, we get our heart all closed off. God, I ain't got time to do this. Now Pastor D talking about praying for a man, my heart is closed. I ain't got time to pray for no man. You know why? Because you're not seeking God's vision for your life. What is his vision? His vision may be for your marriage. His vision may be for, I don't know what the vision is, but the vision keeps you in restraint. The vision, do you all know where I would be if I didn't have this vision? My vision ain't met. He comes to complement what I already been seeing. He comes to complement what God already showed me. He comes to complement. So when he said, God told him to protect me and take care of me. That was a part of my vision. That ain't outside. That's a part of my vision. Okay? That's why eventually y'all may see him. Y'all eventually may hear from him. He's not the vision. I don't need him to be a part of it all the time, but he's a part of my vision, what God has given me to do. Okay? And that's me as a woman. That ain't me as a pastor. That's me as a woman. The woman needs because of the vision. The woman requires because of the vision. Because of the vision, okay? Then the last thing, which represents the E. Now, this is where I need you to get your big girl panties on. This is where I need you to put your sports bra on real quick. So whatever you got on, just tighten it up, okay? Because I'm finna give you the E. The E stands for eat. E-A-T. 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 Now, a dunamis woman, stop eating and dining at everyone's spiritual table. Stop eating and dining at everyone's table. O-M-E. OMG, let me tell y'all something. Ain't nobody a relationship expert. Nobody. I see women going from here, they in this group, they in that group, they with that relationship expert. Because you are requiring love so much, you will search it out and you will find yourself eating at everyone's table and you constipated. Okay? Stop eating at everyone. It's okay. I had to go to this conference over here when I was younger. I did that. But I'm too damn old for that. I'm not finna sit up here and eat at everybody's table. I don't digest stuff no more like I used to. It got me to where I am, but it ain't gonna take me to where I'm going. Everybody's not a relationship expert. Everybody don't know about the love you require. Everybody don't know about the kingdom. Just because you put kingdom don't mean that they know about kingdom. You got to start thinking and know what you require. Now, I'm not advocating that you stay here. I'm not advocating that you come to me. But I am telling you, find your place of dining. And find your place where you can eat. And where you can eat, know that they can teach you. Know that they will talk to you. Know that you can call them. Know that they will feed you with specificity. But you got to stop hopping all over the place. This ain't IHOP. You a dunamis woman. And you got to find it where you're supposed to be. And where you're supposed to be, eat and pay for it. Eat and sow it. Eat and live it. Now, come on now. You're a dunamis woman. Stop acting like you toss to and fro with every wind and doctrine that come your way. Ooh, they gave a good word. Ooh, they over here got a good word. Ooh, and you just eating and you're fat and you ain't producing nothing. And you waiting for love that you require as a woman. Sit down. Get impartation. Dine at a Pacific table, the table called royalty. Find out where that is for your life. Find out where you're supposed to be. Find out who is supposed to be. Look at their life. Look at their relationships. Don't just hear a sermon. I'm too grown to just be hearing a sermon. I want to know how you treat your wife. I want to know how you live privately. I want to know what you're doing. Are y'all in two separate rooms and I'm requiring love and I'm sitting up here and being imparted to you and she in one room and you in the next room? Ask them to show you their wounds. Tell them to tell you their story. Come on now. Get at the table that's royal for you. And stop acting like everybody is an expert because they know how to motivationally speak and teach. That's a talent. Some of it ain't even a gift. But at the end of the day, I'm not bashing them. I'm just empowering you. Get where you're supposed to be. Too many of us are eating too much. And it ain't all mixed together. And that's why you're constipated. Okay? You can't get any type of flow. You can't get any type of production. You can't get the vision for your life. It can't be clear because you're constipated in the spirit. All right? Now, you got the love. Let's work the strategies. Let's work the plan. Okay? Because all that stuff that you're doing, I'm going to be very honest with you. It's out of perversion. It's a distorted mindset. It's a distorted thinking. Find your place of worship. Find your place where you're supposed to be at this season. Find where you got to go and get there and get there and get there. Glean from it. Invest in it. Go where you got to go. If it ain't the Healing for My Soul tour with Dunamis Woman, go somewhere and get it and stay there and sit and be responsible. And if that's your choice, that's your choice. But at the end of the day, as much as you give, as much as you're going to get back. Okay, give and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give unto your bosom. That means your bay, that means your creek, that means your legacy, that means your life. And with the same measure that you meet, it shall be met back unto you. And that ain't got nothing to do with tithes and offerings. That's your decision. All right. I love you all. Have a great day. If you haven't gotten that ticket for that tour and you say, I want more and I want to break this spirit of perversion and I want to be free as a dunamis woman and I got to go through some more healing where it ain't going to be no sugarcoating, then www.healingformysoultour.com. All right. Saturday, we're kicking it off. I'm going real. I'm going in. I'm going live. Every woman who's already registered, all I can say to you is put your big girl panties on and your sports bra because we gonna make it happen. All right. Love you all. Have a great Thursday. And I will see you all tomorrow for the finale, day 10. All right. Good one. Have a good one.